So math rock, in a nutshell, is like, bup dilly dilly dee da dilly 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 dee da dilly dilly.
It's always hard to describe music without having examples of music to refer to, but
It's just complicated rock and roll. Rock and roll that's not in a conventional time signature.
A extremely rhythmically complex music based on the tone of the guitar, which is very bright, the fast melodic lines played on the guitar, and the really close interplay between the drums and the guitar, often playing a bunch of unison stuff that's just ridiculously hard and really tight.
it's the use of, like, a lot of the math rock that is around now that seems to be getting particularly popular is a mix of, like, the unpredictable rhythm aspect, but there's also an attached sort of style of chord that is very pretty and non-dissonant generally, and a lot of finger tapping on the guitar. Math rock doesn't have to be that, but most of it seems to be.
It's basically rock and roll music that doesn't sound anything like normal conventional rock and roll music. The further it's drifted from normal, like, you can headbang to this, the more math rocky it is. I love non-conventional things. I play jazz, it's not very conventional, you know? So the moment I started hearing rock and roll music that was breaking barriers, I was like, wow, what is this? What are you doing? And, you know, what do you call it? I don't know, we call it math rock.
I mean, I got into it because it was a new thing. Like, to me, when it wasn't a new thing when I found it, but it was new to me, and so, you know, I think a lot of people are just attracted to something they haven't heard before, you know? So I would guess that, like most new genres, it came about like that.
Yeah, that's definitely part of it, is just wanting something fresh and something different. And I think it was just building upon where my tastes were at the time. So with normal rock like Green Day and stuff, like, it gets old. And math rock, I think, it also has a very unique sound. So the first time you hear it, just the finger tapping guitars and the really bright sound was definitely appealing. And I think, yeah, it was definitely just a change that I was needing.
I don't know, was that again going so far for how hard it seems to work?
I personally really like music that catches me off guard. You know, I've heard the same 12 notes a lot. You know, I hear them all the time. And for me, I need something to keep the music interesting. So I really prefer music that's unpredictable and unique.
There is something satisfying about getting down a rhythm that when you first heard it, you wouldn't be able to follow it. There's something really satisfying about playing in unison in general. So you can get that with simple music, but when you have the added challenge there that takes an extra 10 or 15 minutes, it's like once you get it down, it's a really cool feeling to be playing in unison with somebody or a recorded piece of music.
It's just like, you know, when you're walking down the street, you wouldn't walk with a skip in your beat. You would walk predictably with every foot. That's how you walk.
It doesn't have the groove that I think most people are looking for in music. It's not danceable by any means.
But that's always what keeps me attracted to it, is it's unpredictable. And that's probably for the same reason that a lot of people, like, don't follow it.
And so it might not bring as many of the youths in, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, you have bands like Animals as Leaders, who are pretty popular, who are like math metal.
Yeah, this is probably as big as it will get. I mean, it's like, you know, most people seem to know what it is. Whereas maybe 3 years ago, less people would know the phrase math rock. But yeah, I mean, I think these things, genres like that come in fads, but it probably won't be making it into the top 40 charts. You know what I mean?
But at the end of the day, it still gets out a very complicated emotion that like sits between aggression and beautiful.
It just doesn't speak to a lot of people, you know, and I definitely go through phases where I just want simple 4/4 beats, you know. But I don't. Yeah, I mean, the question is basically sort of why isn't it a bigger thing?
I don't think just like straight ahead math rock. As funny as that sounds, I don't think straight ahead math rock is ever going to be popular to the public, really.
Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. Let's see.
What makes us cool?